All right, Shalom. Shalom, first and foremost, I want to start by giving all honor and all glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kodash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone who I learned this truth from. Shalom to all you sincere Akim, pushing the word in truth and in sincerity. And Shalom to you very few Akwaf that listen and learn as well. And I just wanted to go into this article, that I came across on the Washington Post, going into gun violence, being on the rise, starting in 2020, and being even more on the rise in 2021. All right, and this just proves that we're in the season of judgment. All right, heavy judgments are going out daily on a high level. And those of us that be in this truth should be walking on eggshells. We Yahweh Shema Shai. All right, day in and day out, man. Increasing in fear of Yahweh Shema Shai. And being, speaking to myself, first and foremost, being, really just being on point in the spirit, man, to the best of our ability, because we're not in the time of mistakes. We're not in the time of slipping up, all right, or effing up in these last seconds, man. Just like when, you watch a basketball game or a football game, those last minutes, all right, and seconds can, be of detriment, to whether you win or lose, all right. And we're in this truth to win, all right. You don't want to, do anything that's going to jeopardize your salvation in these last seconds, man. All right. Let's get 1 Peter 4:17. It's not going to be a long lesson, straight to the point, precepts, article, and then we'll close it on out. All right. In fact, we'll start with the article. And it reads, 2020 was the deadliest gun violence year in decades. So far, 2021 is worse, all right? And that goes along with the scriptures, that the beginning of sorrows, things getting worse, this land known as America becoming even darker, in these last days, man. The shootings have come at a relentless pace. Gun violence this year has cut through celebrations. All right, so Yahweh Shema Shai is cutting all corners. Your so-called holidays, Yahweh Shema Shai is sending those spirits created for vengeance to bring forth judgment, because his word is going out at a high level, man. All right, especially amongst you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. This past Halloween, there was a lot of you Jakes put to death, man. And funerals, all right, places of work, and houses of worship. So even these so-called Harley houses are being paid visits by Yahweh Shema Shai, man, for judgment. It has taken lives at grocery stores, all right. People just, out and about trying to get some dinner, trying to get some breakfast. Judgment is going forth at the grocery stores and in the fast food drive-through lane. All right, people being put to death trying to get some munchies late at night. All right, Yahweh Shema Shai is not playing anymore. And most of all, it has unfolded on city streets and in family homes, away from the cameras and far from the national light. All right, so Yahweh Shema Shai is increasing judgments. All right, this is not the time to be, especially if you're in this truth. This is not the time to be fumbling the ball, man. All right. This is 1 Peter 4:17, and it reads, "For the time has come that judgment must begin at the house of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, man, the Most High. And if it first begin at us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel? All right, so the judgment is going to begin at the house of the Lord amongst you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, especially those of you who know that you're Israelites, man. All right, it's going to begin with us first. So we have to be walking on eggshells with Yahweh Shema Shai, man. Now more than ever. All right, there's no room for slip-ups. There's no room for mistakes, man. All right, even though we're in this flesh and we're going to go off, all right, you wanna make your offenses to Yahweh Shema Shai less and less the closer we get, because Yahweh Shema Shai is opening up judgment. All right, let's get back to this article. By almost every measure, 2021 has already been a terrible year for gun violence. All right, the sword, man. All right, and that is a spirit created for vengeance, and this is only speaking of gun violence. What about stabbings? All right, rapings. You know, suicides, which is a demon, a spirit created for vengeance. All right, all these are judgments of Yahweh Shema Shai. Many fear it will get worse, and it is, man. You know, this is the beginning of sorrows, troubles, tribulation. We're only at the beginning of these things, man. Last weekend alone, more than 120 people died in shootings. All right, 120 people sent back to the spiritual realm. All right, through gun violence, man, the sword. According to the Gun Violence Archive, which 3 especially dangerous incidents in Austin, Chicago, and Savannah, Georgia, leaving 2 dead and at least 30 injured. All right, and then let's go ahead and grab another precept, man. This is 2 Corinthians 5:10, and it reads, "For we must all appear before the judgment seat of Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, that everyone may receive the things done in his body according to that he had done, whether it be good or bad." All right, so we're going to have to make account for everything we done in this body, man, whether it be good or bad. All right, and what does that mean? You should really be paying attention to what you're doing, man, day in and day out, to the best of your ability, paying attention to what you're doing. All right, leaving little room for error in these last days, man, because any sort of slip up or error, all right, can get you got out here. All right, because Yahweh Shema Shai, he's not a respecter of person. Doesn't matter if you're high-ranking officer. Doesn't matter if your name carry weight. You're right in this Israelite community. All right, doesn't matter if you get 20, 30,000 views and likes on your YouTube page. Yahweh Shema Shai doesn't give a damn about those things, man. All right, if you're doing wickedly, you're going to receive a recompense for it, man. Reading on, through the first 5 months of 2021, gunfire killed more than 8,100 people in the United States. All right, and that's just in Babylon, man. All right, so 8,100 souls were required in 2021 just through gun violence. About 54 lives lost per day, according to the Washington Post. Analysts of data from the Gun Violence Archive. All right, so Yahweh Shema Shai is increasing his judgments, man. You know, especially amongst you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, because this word has ran its course. You know, everyone knows about the Hebrew Israelites, man. So the Yahweh Shema Shai there's no room for excuses anymore amongst you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. A nonprofit research organization That's 14 more deaths per day than the average toll during the same period of the previous 6 years, all right? And that proves that heavy judgment is on the rise, man, all right? There's a lot of people being put to death, and it's mainly amongst you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, man, all right? You should be looking and paying attention to these things, all right? Because Yahweh Shema Shai is getting ready to do something very spectacular in this earth. He's getting ready to do something really, really nasty to a lot of you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. Judgment is in the air. This is Matthew 12:36, and it reads, "But I say unto you that every idle word that men shall speak, they shall give account thereof in the day of judgment." All right, you got to watch how you even speak, man, because the angels are recording everything, man. Everything. You got to watch what you say. You have to watch how you move. You have to watch what you do, especially amongst brothers, man. If you're a part of a actual camp, part of an actual a right body, man, you have to be even more careful of what you're talking about, what you're saying amongst your brothers, because you're gonna have to give account for those things, man. Verse 37: For by thy words thou shalt be justified, and by thy words thou shalt be condemned. So what you speak, you can be condemned for those things, or you can be justified, man. It's either or. So you have to be very careful on what you speak. All right, and I'm speaking to myself first and foremost. All right, you got to be very wise and mindful of what you're speaking. All right, into into the atmosphere, man, because Yahweh Shema Shai is having the angels record everything, man. All right, reading on, this year, the number of casualties along with the overall number of shootings that have killed or injured at least one person exceeds those of the first 5 months of 2020, which finished as the deadliest year of gun violence in 2 decades. All right, and you can win it off here. You can get this chart. All right, and this is just the judgments of Yahweh Shema Shai going up, man. All right, judgments increasing in these last days. People getting taken off this earth at a very high rate for being wicked, man. All right, this is Ecclesiastes 8:11, and it reads, "Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily." All right, and this is why the majority of you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans move and act the way you act, because a sentence hasn't been, a judgment hasn't been brought against you. All right, like when you go back into the ancient world, when you committed a sin, all right, you got judged right then and there, man. All right, you committed adultery, you got taken off this earth. Right? But we're not in those times, man. So, you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans think that you can get away with whatever you want to do. And that's not the case, man. Heavy judgments are going out. Therefore, the hearts of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil. And that's why you Jace, continue to multiply evil. Continue to wallow in your sin. All right, but we're in the season of judgment, man. Those acts that you continue to commit against Yahweh Shema Shai are getting ready to be checked. Though a sinner do evil 100 times and his days be prolonged, yet surely I know that it shall be well with them that fear the Most High, which fear before him. All right. This is why the fear of Yahweh Shema Shai is very important. Because it's gonna be well with you, man, if you fear the Lord. All right, you continue not to fear Yahweh Shema Shai, then you're going to receive judgment. All right, we'll end it off here in Zephaniah 3 and 5. And it reads, the Lord Yahweh is in the midst thereof. He will not do iniquity. Every morning doth he bring his judgment to light. All right, so every day the judgments of Yahweh Shema Shai go forth. And this article proves that, man. All right, gun violence, sword violence on the rise. Has been its worst in 2 decades. All right, 2021 is worse, and it's only going to increase, man. As these devils bring the squeeze even more, it's going to be even deadlier, man. 2022, all right, is going to be a hell of a year, man. All right, you better buckle up. But the unjust, Salakia, he faileth not. All right, so the judgments of Yahweh Shema Shai are not going to fail. He sends a death angel your way. That angel is going to complete the mission. But the unjust knoweth no shame. All right, you wicked jakes, you don't know any shame, man. All right, and you heathens. Zephaniah 3 and 6, I have cut off the nations. Salakia. All right, we'll end it off here. Zephaniah 3 and 5. Thought I wanted to get something else, but I went it off there. All right, Lord willing, this be edifying. Till the next time, Shalom, Abba Ball.